Hello! Today I'm going to make the very first thing I ever made in my entire life. I was about 10 years old and you learned this recipe for the 4-H fair. So that's where I got this from, the good old 4-H cookbook. I probably made this first about 1960. And what you need for this, it was kind of bragged that you didn't need eggs or milk for this recipe, but then 4-H was mainly all rural, and what farm didn't have eggs and milk? So it was kind of ironic, but it's a nice little recipe and it makes a nice cake. So first of all, you need 1½ cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup cocoa. You need 1 teaspoon soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I put them both in there. You need 1 teaspoon vanilla and 1 teaspoon vinegar. I put them both in there. 1/3 cup oil, and I'm going to get 1 cup of cold water. This is so easy to assemble. Let's get to it. The first thing you do is put all the dry ingredients together. So I'm going to put the sugar in with the flour, along with the baking soda and the salt. And then we'll add the cocoa. You know, you can add a little bit extra cocoa there and still be okay. And you're going to use an 8x8 pan for this. Alright. And I remember the 4-H directions said, if any of you made this in 4-H, you're supposed to make a well in the center. Like, I don't understand why, but make a well in the center. Add the water. Your oil. Your vinegar and your vanilla. Stir it together. It's really easy cake to make. My dad really liked this cake. Martin likes it. I forget to make it sometimes. Alright. That's ready for the pan. Let me get all of the goodness here. You tap it a little to get those air bubbles out. Now I'm going to put this in the oven for 25 minutes. Now I'm going to put my mom's buttercream frosting on it. She used 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then that's where it goes bad because she doesn't put in how much milk or vanilla. And actually, I just always eyeball the recipe anyway. I've got a teaspoon of vanilla there and 1/2 cup of milk. I will not need that much milk. That's the tricky part. Usually what I do is just, I don't even measure, I just put butter in until I see, and work it in until I see yellow flakes in there. So let's put this in. This is 2 tablespoons with 2 cups. And I just use a fork and work it around. I did sift the powdered sugar. There, that'll be good. Now I'm going to add the vanilla. That, by the way, that is a white vanilla. It doesn't color the frosting then. And I'm going to start adding this. Now, this is so tricky because you can get, whoops, sorry about that. You can get too loose real fast. That's why I only put in a little bit. If you happen to make it too loose, add more powdered sugar. But it's nice to get it right the first time. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more milk. I can tell. But you wanted a nice spreading consistency. Not, you'll get it figured out. Just try it a couple times. You really can't go wrong. The only wrong you can do is make it too loose. Okay, we need just a little bit more. Oop, there we go. By little, I mean little. Can you see that? That is going to be just right. It's actually probably a little thick, but that's okay. I'm going to put it on the cake. Now, if I would have done this again, I would have probably made a double batch of frosting. It's a little thin there, but Martin's a chocoholic, so he won't mind if there's not too much vanilla frosting on there. So I think I'm going to cut him a piece.
No. Don't bother. This looks just about right.
Well, there goes one 4-H wacky cake. I hope you enjoy it as much as Martin does. Come back next time. Bye-bye.